We had a golden eagle come into the California Raptor Center about 2.5 months ago, and he came in with a wing injury that at the hospital they decided to remove the wingtip. So he had an amputated left wingtip. We assessed the bird. He couldn't be released back into the wild, so we decided to rehab him, keep him for placement at another center. In the process of that, we noticed the behavior of the bird was very calm. He had a very calm demeanor. So about a month and a half ago, I requested for the director, Brett, if we could tame that bird down. He thought that was a good idea if the bird recovered well enough, if the wing recovered, and if the temperament remained the same. So about a week and a half ago, I got a call from Brett Stedman, and he said that bird is ready to be tamed. And I came in and we started the taming process. Taming process on the first day is a matter of getting the bird used to standing on an arm. As we were doing it as a two-man crew, Brett and I, where I would hold the leash of the bird essentially, and Brett would place the bird up on my arm. For the first 40 minutes it was a wrestling match where the bird didn't want to stand on my arm, and it was not being aggressive, but it just wanted to get away. After doing that for about 40 minutes between the two of us, it finally decided to stand. And after that one day of standing, it's picked it up very quickly. So we've gone along each day and spent from an hour to an hour and a half with that bird, and the bird has calmed down greatly, will stand on my arm, and is really adjusting to its new environment and being worked with by a person. In the beginning, I noticed he was a calmer bird because when we would go into feed, we wouldn't see the normal signs of aggression, which the hackles would be up, the mouth would open, the wings would be splayed. And he was a smaller bird, so I thought from a taming aspect he would be easier to handle than a larger golden eagle. This bird is just about 8 pounds, which is a small, we think he's a male, he's a small male. So because of those lack of displays of aggression, I thought, and I think Brett agreed, that he would be good to attempt to tame to the glove. As the taming continues for this bird, the goal is to get that bird acclimated to not only being on the arm and getting used to that balance, but being very calm and getting acclimated to people being around him. So right now he doesn't look at all like he's threatened when people come around. It's more of he'll watch, see if it's assess if it's a threat. If it's not, then he calms right back down. But we want to get him to a point where he's used to a lot of people approaching and moving away. So a lot of movement and a lot of stimulus in his line of sight. As we progress with the taming, that's the hope, is that he calms down with that. If that's the case and he progresses the way he's going, then I could fashion within a matter of 3-4 months him being able to be at an open house and be around the public without displaying any kind of aggravation of having people around. You know, the point of having a golden eagle as a taming bird is really for the public to be able to see that bird up close. It's an educational thing, so we want to have public outreach and also educate the public. Too often times the majority of eagles that we've had here have come in from recreational gunshot wounds, and because of that it's really important to show the public what a beautiful, majestic bird this is, and to really kind of garner their support and their respect for this type of eagle. And I think the best way to do that is to show that that bird can be around us and live in communion with people and the public all over. I think when people get approach an eagle like that and see how large it is and the power associated with it, they come away with a newfound respect for not only eagles and raptors in general, but all birds and wildlife.